Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I will teach you how to prove inverse cos of negative x is equal to pi minus inverse cos of x. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. To prove inverse cos of negative x is equal to pi minus inverse cos of x. So first of all, let me just let y is equal to inverse cos of negative x first. So let y is equal to inverse cos of negative x. So if I take cos on both sides, so this means that cos of y is equal to cos of inverse cos of negative x. So this means that these two are cancelled out. So this means that cos of y will give me negative x. So let me just write this down. So cos of y is negative x. And we know that cos is negative, so it should be in second and third quadrant. So let me just write this out. So because cos is negative, so it should be in second and third quadrant. But then the range for an inverse cos functions is 0 to pi. So let me write this down. So the range is from 0 to pi. That is the range for an inverse cos functions. So therefore, from 0 to pi, so they must be in the second quadrant. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this means that the reference angle is y. And the angle we're after is this. So we know that from here to here is pi. So therefore, so this angle here is pi minus y. So now what we do, cos of y is equal to negative x. So since cos of y equal negative x, I can also write x is equal to negative cos of y. So that's what that meant. But then we know that negative cos of y is equal to cos of pi minus y, this angle here. Okay, so x is equal to cos of pi minus y. So there you go. So now what I do, I take inverse cos on both sides. So this means that inverse cos of x is equal to inverse cos of pi minus y. And we know that these two cancel out because pi minus y is within the range of inverse cos functions. Okay, keep that in mind. So let me just rewrite this out. So this is cos inverse x is equal to pi minus y. Now what I do, I move the negative y on this side, and then inverse cos of x is on this side. Okay, so make y as a subject. So in another word, this one here, I move on this side. This, I move on this side. So this becomes y equal to pi minus, because it's inverse cos of x, move on that side, become negative. So minus inverse cos of x. And we know that y is this one here. Okay, so this is y. So therefore, inverse cos of negative x will give me pi minus inverse cos of x. So let me just write this down. So that is cos inverse of negative x, that is y, is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.